Hello everyone, this is Inayat Mir with my CompTIA Aplus 900 series presentation number 15. So let's talk about the motherboard sizes, form factors. ATX was one version after AT, advanced technology. ATX is a also advanced, but it is extended advanced technology. Then you had a mini ATX, a smaller version. Then we had a micro ATX. Then we have a mini ITX, and there were a few more versions and form factors of the motherboards where you can go and buy these days actually some newer versions as well, and with a newer form factors. Okay, let's talk about memory expansion slots, where we can add memory, where we can add expansion cards. So PCI is a peripheral component interconnect. Then we had a PCI Express or PCI X, mini PCI. Then we have a CNR. CNR stands for a communication network riser card. We had AGP, accelerated graphic port. Then we had an old ISA slot in black color. Initially was 8 bits, then came in 1984 16 bits. ISA stands for Industry Standard Architecture. AGP, it is a repeat, and RAM is a random access memory. So we will go in a different video in details. We will discuss in details about the memory, integrated input output port types, and the screenshot of the back of a motherboard where you can see a keyboard and mouse port. Then you see a printer port. This pink color printer port is a parallel port from the PC side, and then you have the other end, which is a Syntronics. The other end known as a Syntronics port. Syntronics. This end has 25 pins. The one you see in this pink color female port, and the other end is Syntronics that has 36 pins. On the right you will see a network card port RJ45. Then you see a sound card, you see a video card. Video card is the only one, if it is built in from the back of the PC, you will see 3 rows and 15 pins. Then you have a communication port D as in David, B as in boy, DB9, because this is a male port with 9 pins. Then you see a universal serial bus here. So these are universal serial bus or USB ports. So these are a couple of ports built in, you could see in most of the new motherboards. It is a typical little old style motherboard. So all I wanted to show you a chipset. So this is a chipset, what you see here on the right side, and on the left side you will see the other supported chipset. So we used to have these motherboards very well known and famous, and we call these chipsets a north bridge and a south bridge. These are front panel connector. So on the motherboard you see these kind of connectors. If you want to see the USB panel controller on the motherboard and you want to link your USB connectors from the front of the computer, so you can use this controller on the motherboard. The other end on the second screen you will see audio panel, so you can use audio from this port. One end goes here, second end you can basically use for the front port, and this is a front panel on the right side where you connect several cables, and you see those LED type outputs on front of your computer. Bus speed determines how fast data is transmitted. Speed varies based on a bus, and bus speed depends on installed components. Also, you have to make sure that your motherboard is supported with the components you have add on the motherboard. These are the power connectors. You see here two P8 and P9 connectors. So these two basically are 6 plus 6, 12 pins connector, a pair of connectors. We used to have these ports for P8 and P9 for AT style old motherboard. Then we had ATX style power connector for the main motherboard, which is on the top left side, 20 pins. Then we had a B as in boy, BTX connector, which is a 24 pins connector. So these were basically a few slides just to describe briefly about your motherboard and motherboard components, about the external built-in connectors. We're gonna come back in my lecture number 16 for further discussion. So we have to go through all together till lecture number 25 to complete this series. Then we're gonna work on exam related material. Thank you for watching. This is Zealand MYR.